There are signs that cannot be ignored, subtle markings that carry hidden meanings, indicating a deep connection with higher forces. If you have the letter M or the crescent moon in the palm of your hands, know that this is no coincidence. You have been chosen for a great mission, a responsibility that transcends common understanding. Archangel Michael's warriors are not chosen at random. They are called because they carry a unique spiritual force, a light that cannot be extinguished, even in the face of the densest darkness. But with this light comes great responsibility. It's not just about carrying a special gift, but using it to protect, heal, and guide those who are still lost. The spiritual battle around us is real yet invisible to the ordinary eye. Those who have been called to serve Archangel Michael are soldiers of the light, responsible for confronting forces that seek to unbalance the world and divert souls from the divine path. If you feel that there is something different about you, if you have always had a protective instinct, a keen intuition, and a strong connection with the spiritual, then the time has come to awaken to your true mission. Before we continue, I want to ask you something important. Subscribe to the channel right now. This is not just an invitation, but a call to be part of this spiritual journey. Also, comment on the number 77 below and receive a special blessing, because the confirmation of your mission happens when you accept this call with an open heart. Now prepare yourself to understand the true purpose of those who have been chosen for Archangel Michael's mission. The responsibilities are great, but the rewards are even greater. The battle is about to begin. Are you ready? Being a warrior of Archangel Michael is not just a symbolic title, but an active responsibility. Those who carry this calling have a primary duty: to protect the energies around them and maintain spiritual balance in the world. Spiritual protection is not limited to oneself. Michael's warriors act as living shields, absorbing and transmuting negative energies that try to infiltrate their lives and the lives of those who cross their path. Often, without even realizing it, you can be preventing someone around you from falling into spiritual traps just with the force of your presence and intention. This gift of protection manifests itself in various ways. You may notice that people often come to you for advice, comfort, or simply to be close. Without knowing it, they feel the energetic force you carry, a field of light that repels shadows. But this protection needs to be strengthened. Spiritual warriors cannot allow themselves to be drained by external influences. It is essential to maintain purification and strengthening rituals, such as prayers, meditations, and the use of sacred symbols. Archangel Michael always reinforces his presence alongside those who seek to keep their light burning, but the battle requires preparation. The first step is to recognize that your energy is valuable and that your mission is to protect, not just react. Those who have been called to this journey cannot allow themselves to be weakened by doubts, fears, or negative influences. When you become aware of your role, your strength expands and your presence becomes a real shield against any invisible attack. And do you feel that you have experienced moments when you seem to absorb the pain of others? Have you noticed that your presence reassures those who are suffering? If so, then this is confirmation that you are one of those chosen for this mission. Being a warrior for Archangel Michael means more than just protecting. It also means confronting. You have been called to take an active part in combating the forces that try to destabilize the harmony of the world. These battles are not always visible, but their effects can be felt in every detail of the reality around you. The dark forces operate on fear, doubt, emotional manipulation, and attempts to weaken the light. They manifest in moments of uncertainty, in silent energetic attacks, and even in destructive thoughts that arise without explanation. Those who carry the mark of the crescent moon or the letter M on their hands often find themselves in the middle of these battles, often without fully understanding the enormity of what they are facing. But here's the truth: you weren't chosen for nothing. Archangel Michael does not summon those who are unable to bear the weight of this responsibility. You have within you a hidden strength, a courage that transcends any fear. Your role in this invisible war is not to hide, but to strengthen yourself and act with awareness and faith. And how do you fight something you can't see? First, you need to strengthen your vibration. This means avoiding charged environments, cutting ties with people who drain your energy, and keeping yourself in spiritual balance through prayer and connecting with Michael. Elevate your thoughts, because dark forces feed on despair and negativity. In addition, Michael and his warriors operate in direct action. In your daily life, this battle manifests itself in moments when you take a stand against injustice, when you refuse to be manipulated by fear, or when you light a path for those who are lost. Archangel Michael's warriors not only confront dark forces, but also serve as guardians for those who cannot protect themselves. If you have been chosen, your responsibility goes beyond yourself. You are a beacon for the lost, a protector for the helpless, a guide for those seeking answers. Many who live in this world don't understand the spiritual battles going on around them. They are vulnerable people, facing emotional crises, suffering from negative influences without understanding the origin of the weight they carry. They need someone who can see beyond the veil of illusion, who recognizes the signs and can offer guidance, comfort, and protection. If you feel that people often seek you out to vent, if your presence calms those who are distressed, if you realize that you are the one that others look to in difficult times, this is no coincidence. This is one of the clear signs that your soul carries the call of Michael. Being a protector means more than just listening. It means acting. You have been strategically placed where you are to help those who need light. This can manifest in various ways. In your family, by being the person who brings balance, who guides and protects those who are spiritually vulnerable. In your social circle, by helping friends and acquaintances find answers to their doubts and uncertainties. In the world at large, by being someone who spreads knowledge, hope, and faith in difficult times. But protecting the fragile doesn't mean carrying the weight of the world alone. To fulfill this mission, it is essential that you also strengthen and protect your own energy. Keep your vibration high, set clear boundaries, and remember that you are not alone on this journey. Michael and his army are by your side, strengthening every step you take. The true warrior doesn't just fight for himself, he fights for everyone who needs light. If you have been called to join Archangel Michael's army, your mission includes one of the most challenging duties: direct combat against the forces of darkness. This battle is not a metaphor or an abstract idea. It is real, constant, and takes place in dimensions that most people cannot see. Many believe that evil manifests only in physical acts, but the real root of the imbalance lies in the subtle energies that try to weaken the chosen ones and manipulate humanity. If you feel that your life has been marked by intense spiritual challenges, if you have faced energetic attacks, disturbing dreams, people who seem to appear only to destabilize you emotionally, know that this is no coincidence. Those chosen for this mission carry marks that set them apart, and those with the letter M or the crescent moon on their hands have an even more obvious calling. These marks are symbols of protection, but also a sign that you have been identified as a spiritual warrior. This means that the forces of the shadows know who you are and will try to prevent you from fulfilling your mission. The spiritual battle comes in many forms, and it's up to you to be prepared to face it. Here are some of the signs that you are already in this war. Night attacks. Feeling heavy when you go to sleep, recurring nightmares, waking up tired for no apparent reason. Energy drain. Feeling drained after being in certain places or around certain people. Interference along the way. Projects that don't go ahead. Unexplained difficulties at decisive moments. Emotional manipulation. People constantly trying to destabilize you, promoting confusion and discord. But remember, you are not alone. Michael and his legion are always by your side, ready to strengthen you. To fulfill this duty, it is essential that you keep yourself spiritually shielded. Here are some fundamental practices for the protection of the spiritual warrior. Pray and connect with Michael daily, asking for guidance and strength. Use energy shields, visualizing yourself surrounded by a celestial blue light. Avoiding places and people that carry dense energy. Protecting oneself against negative influences. Spiritual discernment, to identify when something or someone is acting as an agent of disturbance. The army of light does not fight with physical weapons. Our greatest strength lies in truth, unwavering faith, and commitment to divine purpose. Evil only thrives where there is fear, doubt, and spiritual weakness. But you have been chosen to resist, to fight, and to win. Being a warrior for Archangel Michael doesn't just mean fighting against darkness, but being a light for those who are lost. One of the noblest responsibilities of the chosen ones is to guide those who walk in darkness and help them awaken to spiritual truth. Many people live trapped in fear, doubt, and the illusions of the material world. They follow paths that take them away from their true essence. They feel empty and directionless, but they don't know how to find the light. This is when Michael's warrior comes into play. If you notice that people constantly come to you seeking advice, emotional support, or answers to their anxieties, this is no accident. You have been called to be a beacon in the midst of the storm, someone capable of bringing clarity to those who can't see beyond the chaos of everyday life. And how do you do that? By practicing spiritual listening. Many just need to be listened to with attention and compassion in order to find their own answers. Transmitting messages of hope, words have power. Use yours to uplift, encourage, and inspire. Showing the way by example, the best way to teach is to live according to the principles of light. Guiding without imposing, everyone has their own time to awaken. Respect the process of each soul. And there's an important detail. Those chosen with the letter M or the crescent moon in their hands generally have an even stronger ability for this mission. These marks indicate a direct connection with Michael, a call to be spiritual guides in a world that desperately needs more light. However, carrying this responsibility can be challenging. Many will not accept your guidance, some will mock what you say, and others will try to push you away from your mission. But remember, the true warrior does not allow himself to be shaken. When darkness tries to suffocate those who are lost, you will be the torch that lights the way back to the truth. Your light is stronger than any shadow. Go forth and fulfill your mission with courage. The spiritual battle doesn't only take place in great confrontations against the forces of darkness. It takes place daily in the energy flow of the universe, where every action, thought, and intention shapes the vibration of the world. As a warrior of Archangel Michael, one of your greatest responsibilities is to maintain energy balance, both within yourself and around you. The world is constantly oscillating between light and dark, love and fear, rising and falling. And each chosen one is like a pillar that supports this balance, preventing negativity from taking over. But what does it mean, in practice, to be a guardian of this balance? Taking care of your own energy, a warrior cannot allow their vibration to be drained. This means knowing when to stay away from toxic environments, people who suck your energy and thoughts that lower your frequency. Transmitting serenity in the midst of chaos, many will look to you for stability. If you maintain peace even in the face of challenges, you will help to balance the environment around you. Clean and protect spaces, environments carry energy. As a guardian of balance, you can purify the places where you live or work through prayers, crystals, incense, high intentions, or even the simple presence of your light. Neutralize energetic attacks. People of low vibration can consciously or unconsciously try to destabilize you. A true warrior knows how to recognize these attacks and block them without being affected. That's why you have to be constantly aware of your own vibration. You can't allow the weight of the world to keep you from your purpose. A warrior's responsibility is great, but his strength is even greater. Many people walk through the world without knowing who they really are. They live disconnected from their essence, immersed in fear, doubt, and the darkness of spiritual ignorance. As a warrior of Archangel Michael, one of your most important missions is to guide those who are lost back to the path of light. This responsibility doesn't mean imposing beliefs or convincing anyone. A true guide doesn't drag anyone to the truth. They light the way so that everyone can see for themselves. But how can you fulfill this mission? Inspiring by example, your actions will often speak louder than your words. Your strength, faith, and serenity in the face of difficulties will serve as a beacon for those who have yet to find stability. Listening without judging, many lost souls need to be heard before they can be guided. Your empathy can be the bridge that connects these people to their own inner truth. Passing on knowledge, what you have learned along your journey may be just what someone else needs to hear in order to awaken. Share wisdom whenever you feel the time is right. Protecting those who don't yet know how to protect themselves. There are people who don't understand the spiritual forces around them. With your connection and sensitivity, you can help prevent them from straying down dangerous paths. Helping to awaken faith, many people have lost hope, disbelieved in the light, and lived trapped by fear. Your presence could be what is needed to rekindle this flame within them. If you've ever felt that strangers talk to you for no apparent reason, that friends seek you out in times of crisis, or that your mere presence brings comfort, this is no coincidence. It's your mission manifesting itself. Many chosen ones, especially those with the crescent moon or the letter M in their hands, possess a spiritual magnetism that attracts those in need of help. You can be a channel through which Archangel Michael acts to rescue those who have strayed from the light. But remember, your role is to guide, not to carry the burden of others. You can't save anyone by force. Just show them that there is a better way. Everyone must make their own choice. By guiding the lost, you are strengthening the army of light and fulfilling one of the most sacred responsibilities a warrior can have. The universe is governed by forces that constantly balance each other. Light and darkness, harmony and chaos, creation and destruction are part of the fabric of the spiritual and material world. But when this balance is threatened, it is the duty of Archangel Michael's warriors to intervene. Being a chosen one doesn't just mean fighting the shadows, but also ensuring that the energy of light continues to flow freely. It's like keeping a flame burning in the midst of a storm. If that flame goes out, the darkness can expand without resistance. And how can a warrior protect this balance? By strengthening your own energy, you can't restore balance if you're weakened. That's why keeping your vibration high is essential. This means avoiding negative influences, practicing meditation, keeping your thoughts aligned with the light, and nurturing your spiritual connection on a daily basis. Purifying spaces and people. The world is full of dense spiritual charges, which can accumulate in environments and even inside people. Often, without realizing it, you have felt an inexplicable heaviness when you enter certain places. Your mission includes dispelling these energies through prayer, positive thinking, and spiritual cleansing rituals. Preventing dark forces from growing stronger, evil grows where there are gaps. Whenever fear, hatred, or despair dominate a person or a situation, darkness grows stronger. By spreading hope and love, you prevent these forces from taking over the world. Restoring the spiritual connection of those who have fallen away, many people have cut themselves off from the light, not because they have chosen darkness, but because they have been driven by despair and pain. Your presence can help them remember that there is still hope. Protecting the earth against energetic attacks, you can feel when the world seems heavier, when conflicts and tragedies seem to multiply without explanation. This is because there are forces trying to weaken the light on Earth. But the chosen ones, those who carry the letter M or the crescent moon in their hands, have the ability to anchor high energies, creating real spiritual shields against these forces. Maintaining energy balance is not a simple mission. It often requires facing invisible challenges and standing firm even when everything seems to be falling apart. But know that you are never alone in this battle. Archangel Michael and his warriors are always connected, forming a chain of protection and light around the world. If you feel you have been called to this mission, don't ignore it. Every positive thought, every prayer, every act of kindness counts. Maintaining balance begins within you, and your light could be what is needed to transform the world around you. If you've come this far, it's because you feel within you the call that echoes through time and spirit. You are not alone. Since the dawn of existence, Archangel Michael's warriors have walked among mortals, protecting, guiding, and fighting the forces that try to lead humanity away from the light. Now, more than ever, your presence is needed. Every responsibility you carry is not a burden, but a sacred gift. The spiritual protection you offer is a shield against darkness. Fighting the dark forces is an act of courage that resonates on the higher planes. Guiding the lost is a beacon that illuminates those who have not yet awakened. Maintaining energy balance is the key to keeping the world from descending into chaos. You were not chosen by chance. Your mark, your energy, and your intuition are part of a divine plan. However, the greatest challenge for Michael's warriors lies not only in the external fight against the shadows, but within themselves. The doubt, fear, and trials that arise are tests to strengthen their faith and commitment to the mission. Whenever you feel that your strength is running out, remember, Michael and his legions are by your side. You don't walk alone. Every prayer you make, every decision in line with the truth, and every act of love and courage reverberates in the universe, becoming an unbreakable force in the spiritual battle. Now, the question that remains is, are you ready to fully accept your role? If this message has touched your heart and you recognize the call that has always been present in your soul, confirm your presence on this sacred mission. Leave the number 777 in the comments as a sign of commitment to your purpose and a reminder that Michael's warriors can meet and strengthen each other. Also, subscribe to the channel now to continue receiving messages and revelations that will strengthen your spiritual journey. Together as an army of light, we will fulfill the mission entrusted to us and ensure that truth, justice, and divine protection are never shaken. The time to act is now. The call has gone out. Responding to it is your choice.